Hey everybody, welcome back to Math's Virgin. I'm Brian, and I'm willing to go as far into this as you are.
And I'm Kim, and I will eat all your baked goods.
This is a strange episode for me. But we'll talk about it, but it felt like the opposite of an episode 9 Game of Thrones thing. Episode 9 every season of Game of Thrones is like an insane spectacle. One is just an hour and a half long action movie, essentially. This felt like nothing really happened, and I was a little bit frustrated by that. We will get into it. Before we do that, what is your non-maths content this week?
I can't remember if I've talked about this already on this pod or not. It might have been like an earlier episode because I've been watching it for a beat and just like sporadically, but another Netflix. Netflix has really been coming in clutch recently. It's called The Lady's Companion, and it is basically the Spanish version of Bridgerton. Although it's like one of those where it's not subtitled, it's dubbed over in English. But it's very clearly set in, I think, Spain, but it seems like a Spanish speaking country at the very least. Same like time period as Bridgerton, same like vibe, wealthy people trying to marry their children off to other wealthy people's children. And it really focuses around a companion, so one of the like chaperones. It's pretty lighthearted. It's like a nice stopgap if you're a Bridgerton fan and you're waiting between Bridgerton seasons. It's good. I highly recommend it.
I will say you have mentioned it before, like a while ago. I think when it first started. No, it's fine. It's fine because I was like, oh, I have heard that's good. Oh, you told me that was good. So, like for a minute, I'm like, oh, I know what this is.
Well, clearly I really liked it to talk about it twice.
Listen, a double recommendation is not a bad thing. There's two things I'm going to recommend now that you mentioned A Lady's Companion. The film Companion is phenomenal. Came out earlier this year. I don't know if it's somewhere between like a horror movie and like a suspense movie. About in the near future, you can basically buy like an AI sex doll who you can program to be like whoever you want this companion to be for you. Is kind of the basis of it. And the companion, because they're AI, doesn't understand or know that they're AI, and they give them all kind of false memories, and it kind of goes where you think it might go from there. Super good. I know it's streaming, I think, on Prime right now. I just saw it somewhere streaming. Prime, Peacock, somewhere. I'm on way too many streaming platforms. My recommendation though for this week, I am late to this train. I'm sorry, everybody. Mea maxima culpa. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is absolutely worth watching. And fuck me, I watched the first episode last season. And I'm like, oh, this is good. And the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is kind of whatever. And then like the cops show up at the end, and there's all kind of madness with Tayler, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then something else came on like a day later and took all my momentum away. I never went back to it. People were saying this season was great. I went back and watched all of last season over the weekend, and I'm like 6 episodes into this season. Can't tell half of them apart.
They all look so much alike.
They bring on doppelgangers for all of them. Like Tayler and Jen look way too similar to each other. Jesse and Demi look way too similar to each other. Like, you guys gotta do something different. You guys match. But I am loving this season. I am concerned for both Jen and Tayler. Their men are dangerous. So like, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I know things get worse with Jen. And I also heard that between seasons, she was like legit institutionalized. Like she was in like the nervous hospital for a while, dealing with like all of the things that are going on. So similar to how I felt about Jax on the Valley, it feels a little bit irresponsible to have her on TV like this. But like, I mean, it is what it is.
She's also super pregnant again.
Yeah. Yup. And that's tragic to have seen her be very devastated to be pregnant on the show.
I feel like that's not a spoiler. It's they're all over social
everywhere.
Media all of the time. So I don't feel like that's spoiling anything because these women perpetually live on the internet. So
well, and also it's a reality show drop where they dropped the entire thing like 3 weeks ago. You're a reality show watcher, which is by listening to this. You should have seen it by now. Shame on me. I had to apologize.
Yeah.
Before we get into the episode, a little bit of housekeeping. We are going to start a little side project, not separate from this podcast, but like an addendum to it. We had not talked about a name. Currently, I've been calling it What Else We're Watching. but like Kim and I are just going to do a solo 5-10 minutes a week, letting you guys know other shows that we're watching. If there's other reality shows that we also have takes on, I'm just going to like talk about whatever I'm watching on reality and just kind of give you guys a quick, hey, what the fuck is wrong with Sean on Poly Family? That motherfucker is also dangerous, and he's one of these bad guys too. Also, here's what else I'm watching. And so we're going to be doing that. I think starting next week, if we can find time for both of us to do that quick, but it should be quick and it'll be fun. And so you guys can kind of hear us talk some more because for some reason you like to hear us talk. Now let's get into this week's episode. What couple do you want to start off with?
Well, first, can we just say that coming back from the bonfires, that this is the tamest the men's villa has been all season.
Yep.
Just
I had the same
note,
like the men's villa finally matches the energy of the women's villa. It is dour, it is somber.
Because I feel like all of these men have realized that their playtime is coming to a swift end, and that there is going to be real consequences for their actions.
I think it's both. I think it's their playtime is coming to an end. And in one of these guys' cases in particular, it is I have really fucked up, and now I can't even enjoy the end of this because I'm going to try to get her back. And if I bring on a girl and have sex with her right before I see her again, that's not going to help my case.
Sure isn't.
Oh, yeah, it was sad.
While we're at it, should we talk about our friend Brian?
We sure can. I have probably the most notes on them anyway, so it'd be kind of good to get into that here. So before they have like their dates, right? There's this talk that Shante has, and I think it's her with all the girls in this moment. And I'm just like, everything you are saying is giving, well, I'm probably gonna take him back. Like I just need him to be honest with me and like tell me exactly what he did for those 9 hours when the sun was coming up. And if he's honest with me, I'm probably gonna just marry him and have kids. I'm just like, and all the women are like, fucking dump this loser.
Yeah. Ashley comes in and she's like, hey man, remember it's not just what you saw him doing. Like, remember that whole thing you saw where the other girl essentially told him that all the girls in the house think he's trash? Like, can we think about that? Maybe we should think about that.
Yeah. Maybe we should inquire as to what he did to have this girl not want to go on a date with him. Because all the guys here get real excited when we ask him, and she got scared when we asked her. That's not great. But no, she's gonna take him back. She's totally fine with him being who he is. Brian and Amaya's date. I feel very strange about their whole interaction and why she agreed to go on the date afterward.
That's what I said. I don't understand why she decided to do this. She said something to the effect of, I think you're really growing and trying to do better. And what has changed I'm sure it's been 24 hours, maybe 48, maybe between the time that she said, please go on a date by yourself, you trash person, and just kidding, you've grown so much in 2 days or whatever, I'll go with you. I do wonder if producers were like, hey, he's gonna ask you, we can't do 2 episodes with him by himself. Can you go? We'll keep an eye on everything.
That makes sense to me. I will say I've not seen was it Unreal, the show about a reality show?
And I've watched it and it's great.
My wife loved it. I've absorbed a lot of it from it just being on in our house when we were like dating and young without kids and shit. Like, it was a different life for us. I feel like they probably would have gone to him and said, you can't ask her. Like, no, you're gonna ask Alex because you guys have already had sex, and like, maybe you will again, maybe you won't again. That's a fun story that we can tell. You're not going to ask Amaya. She's going to say no. Like, I think they would do that as opposed to like, all right, Amaya, isolate yourself with this man overnight in like a small room where he's probably going to try to assault you. It's bad. I don't know why she agreed to go organically. It has to be something show related, I feel.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe they did try to get him to take Alex for the like controversy of it all. Like, would he try to get one more in before he's done? But maybe he was convicted enough in that moment that he was like, if I have sex with someone else on camera, this is going to be worse, which I don't know how it could get worse. And I don't know. I mean, so they let Alex go, and Alex also said, what have these women seen in the last 3 days off camera that is not on camera? Because Alex said something like, he's really come a long way, and I'm so hopeful he and Shante can have a good conversation and come to an understanding. And then she goes, or else what, girl? You gonna come find him? Please relieve Shante of this. Please relieve her of this man.
Unless I come and fuck this dude again for some reason.
Like, cool, good job, good luck. I don't know.
No, it was bizarre to me. There can't have been enough growth in enough time. I don't know what's going on. They don't have a whole lot to show us, so they could have showed us that if that was what was happening. I don't. But if they did show it to us, I wouldn't believe it. There's no fucking way I'd believe you came there and spent the first 5 episodes of the show yelling about how badly you wanted a threesome. Now I'm supposed to believe, you're just like a changed man because 2 girls at one time fixed you. Like, no, that's not how this works.
He also said at some point in all of this that he came into this thinking that he was a great boyfriend. In what world?
I don't know. I wrote that down too. I'm like, what do you mean you came in thinking you were a great boyfriend? Like, in what way did you think you were a great? I'll tell you what, a great boyfriend doesn't wind up on this show.
No.
Like, that's not how this goes.
They sure
If you're a great boyfriend, number one, your girlfriend's like, I'm happy. Don't want to go on a reality show. Number 2, she's like, I definitely don't want him to be like around a bunch of mostly naked women who are trying to have sex with him. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Amaya also said that she hopes that Shante shows him grace. And I'm like,
why?
What?
But
why do you hope that? You were afraid of him yesterday. Like, I don't know why you hope that.
Why?
Shante is, of course, going to have a date with Hashim. Her friend, who's only her friend, who will be her friend, and is just her friend, Hashim. Her big friend, Hashim. Their interaction made me very upset. Because he was like, hey, man, I'm throwing you an alley-oop. You should dunk this. You have a great opportunity for a mic drop moment. She's like, I don't know. I don't know if I do. And I'm just like, again, this is why he treats you like this.
I know. It's so... God, and you can tell that he cares about her. Maybe not in that he's like super into her, because obviously she's just been like, you're my friend. But you can tell that this man has some level of caring about her. And he's probably just like, this fucking joker. Like, she's just like all torn up over this joker. And like, if not me, Hashim, there were all these other dudes that he got to know that he probably is like, this person's great. But she's choosing this idiot. And I'm trying to tell her he's an idiot without going too far. And she's still just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, good Lord, love is a weird thing because this is humiliating for her, but she doesn't seem to know or care.
At some point in their conversation, she's like, I've been fun, okay? And babe, you have not been fun. You've been a lot.
When were you fun?
But fun is not a word I would use to describe you, Shante.
No, the one moment of the entire season I could point to and say, hey, that was fun, was when that one guy was like, we even had Shante on the table dancing a little bit. Like, that was the most fun you were all season. So no, you're not fun, and it's okay. Not everyone has to be fun. I bet you Brianna's fun. I don't want to be around that guy.
No, thank you.
No. The last thing that we saw of them was just them meeting at the bonfire. Why in the good goddamn is she hugging this man on site?
And it's like very intimate hugging at this point. Like, it's
Just
very, he does the crying. She like puts his head in his chest. I wanted to absolutely lose my mind. I was like, oh, so you've already forgiven him. He hasn't had to say a word, and you're good. You're good now. And so this is going to go exactly the way we thought it might, which is so lame. But she does look real good.
She looks
incredible in that dress.
She looks great. Exactly the way that he said it was going to go. Where he was like, oh no, she's taking me back. She's not going to care. She's going to take it back. I can do whatever I want to do. And I'm just like, no, he was right. It turns out. That's sad. Yeah, it's
just
a big
absolutely insane. The other thing, and this is before they met up, but that got me, was like Brianne said at some point, I really wish that I could have come to the conclusion that I didn't need threesomes without having one. And it's just like, but you didn't need to have one.
No, you didn't need to have one. And also, the other part of that for him was he was just like, oh man, like they showed me all the videos of her. I never saw her with another guy. Like, I only saw her talking to the women and like, well, I fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, you should have known that was how she was going to be before you guys got there. Because I knew that's how she was going to be before you guys got there.
Yeah.
No, he's a piece of shit. And I do not look forward to next week's episode where you and I are screaming that she took him back.
Yeah, that she took him back. Meanwhile, the other thing that got me with her before we move on is that she kept, when they were eliminating the men, she kept calling the remaining guys family. She's like, I have a family. You're my family. It's like, these men do not want to be your family.
No.
This is not your brother. This is not your cousin. This is not your family. These are men that came here to date women and not be your best friend and brother. And this is, please stop calling people your family. This is a bizarre family.
Right. Statistically speaking, 25% of these dudes wanted to have sex with you like 6 days ago.
Yeah.
Like that was their plan.
Yeah.
So no, you're not Dominic Toretto. Not everything is about family.
No.
Like it's too much with her.
It's not the Olive Garden. It's Temptation Island.
When you're here, your family. We have one so close to our house we never go to. What couple do you want to talk about next? Oh, but sponsor us, Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, I love you.
Who of Italy?
Let's talk Tayler and Tayler.
Okay. Yeah, this was also I'm less frustrated by them than I am with Brianna and Shante, but I'm just like, in the same way that Alexa and Lino can get off the show, y'all can get off the show. We know where this is going. This is going fucking nowhere. So Tayler and Yaman have their date. Tayler was yet again in an unfortunate green number this time, also crocheted. It was rough. And Yaman was just like, I really appreciate how soft and feminine you are. I think it's like a sign of your confidence. This emotionally touched her in a way that was unexpected.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's because she's had to kind of harden herself because apparently everyone leaves her all the time.
Yeah. And
so she's just not comfortable sort of being more soft and vulnerable some of the time.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a really nice conversation. I think they have a good rapport. I don't think they're going to be in love for the rest of their lives. I think they have a really nice rapport with one another. I think he makes her comfortable. I think this was like a good transition out of her relationship. I am not confident they'll speak after they leave the island, but I think it was good for her and him in the moment. Honestly, and I love Yaman, but this is his second like reality dating show, and I think dude is just like, I'm young, I'm hot, and I'm funny, so just put me on this shit because obviously chicks will like me and it's gonna be great. Like, you're going to get some good shit out of me, so just like throw me on reality TV, let me date some people, let me get my like endorsements, right, and like live my life as a young, hot, interesting man.
I'll say it's the second one that we know of. There's a whole universe of Tubi and WeTV and Roku originals that I've never heard of that he could have been on too. Yeah.
Well, if that's his plan, I encourage it because I would love to see more of him on my television. I enjoy Yaman. I think he's great.
I'll be surprised if he doesn't parlay this into like Perfect Match or something like that on Netflix. Like that feels like where he would go. I don't see him as a too hot to handle guy at this point anymore. Like I think he's done too much talking to just be that.
For sure.
But no, I hope for the two of them that they have sex like 2 times.
Yes. Please.
And that's it. Like I think that she was open-eyed about this, but she was like, I'm not saying that we're gonna be like in love forever and we're gonna leave here together and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, because you're not. But yeah, if you like do stuff to each other's naked nethers, like that'd be fun. And you can have a good time with that. It's probably only better than what Tayler was giving you. So like enjoy yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Like this dude's way more fun than Tayler. And I don't know. I like they had those cute matching PJs that night. I don't know. I'm just here for them.
It was very
having
cute.
Fun in these last moments before she hopefully ditches Tayler forever. And maybe they'll stay friends. Cute.
She put her whole butt like all the way up in the air and started making out with him. Like, all right, this is fun. Like this is, we should have been seeing this from you guys in like episode 3.
100%.
And who knows where we could have gotten to. You're 100%. Holding back for no reason that you could think of.
And then he's like up making breakfast, like the champ that he is.
Making eggs.
Yeah.
They had a very sweet kiss in the kitchen. Like they feel natural together as a couple that hooks up for a weekend.
Yeah.
Like this. That feels good for them.
It
They
also
met at like the Iowa week 2 game against nobody state at like,
we're in
downstairs at
love.
DC's or whatever. And like, yeah, now we're going to hook up for a week of the Big Ten in.
It's gonna be
Like,
great.
that's our plan.
That's our plan. We're gonna our one-time love. I also feel like he gave her some kind of like good pep talk. Like, it sounds like they had a really good conversation before or after they banged or went sleep or whatever they did that night. Because at some point he's like, I don't think Tyler is ready for her. Like, she's coming in, she's locked in. I don't think he's ready for what he's about to get, which I like that.
I appreciate that you said before or after. In my head canon now, it was during. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the conversation took place entirely while having sex, which would be hilarious to me, logistically speaking. So Tyler and Kay go on their date, and they are who they've always been. Like, this is the stablest situation on the show by a lot, because I don't think that Natalie likes Grant at all, and we'll talk about that when we get to those two. But like, Kay makes a pretty solid point where I think they've been at this point like making out in the hot tub for some time, and she's just like, if he leaves alone, that'd be kind of confusing. And I'm like, yeah, no, I think he's gonna, but I think that she's basically like, there's nothing more that I could have done or shown him to like get him to not leave with either his original girlfriend or with me, and if he doesn't, like, I don't know what he's doing.
Right. God, I know so much about what happens after the show with him, and it's like killing me inside, but we'll share it next week. That it like colors this in a totally different light.
No, I can't Google anything.
Yeah. But no, I'm with you. She's not wrong. Like, if I were her, I'd be like, he's definitely gonna pick me. I mean, there'd always be something in the back of my head being like, who knows, right? He is the kind of guy that chooses to come on a show like this, so Lord knows. But I feel that he's been showing her, and saying all the right things. If I were her, I would feel mostly confident that I would be leaving the island with him, and I would also be confused if he chose to leave alone and or with his original girlfriend. Yeah.
Well, after he's proclaimed himself single and said he was going to dump her in a mean video and then didn't do it, like, if he opens the door at all to like leaving with Tayler, that's weird from Kay's perspective. And I think she's basically like, I have put on the persona that he wants to see since I showed up as Bo Peep. Like, what more could you have wanted from me all along? Should I have brought an actual sheep and a shepherd's crook? Like, that could have done it, I guess. But yeah, I want better for her, because I have come to genuinely like her. I could not stand her. I put ribbons in my hair and get 2 bottles of champagne and it works every time. Yeah, that bugged me. I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's better now.
Yes, and she seems to actually like this guy, and I'm like, why do you like him? I don't understand it. I don't get any of it.
Can we also talk about the view from their space, like the place they're staying? There's that one of the final scenes with them kissing when they woke up. Like, the overview into the ocean was just insane.
It was nuts. I've only been to Hawaii once, and I was too young to really like appreciate how awesome everything was. I think I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So like, I can't. No, that's not what I'm here for. I would love to go somewhere that's that beautiful now.
I mean, just waking up in the morning and that's your view. Come on.
I live in the Midwest. It offers us nothing. We don't have mountains. We have lakes.
What do you mean?
Lakes galore.
The plains are beautiful.
We literally have amber waves of grain.
That's right. See, they wrote a song about it.
Yeah, we deserve that. All right. Which couple do you want to go to next?
Should we go? Let's do Alexa and Lino, because there's, again, per usual, we don't have a ton for them.
We don't have a ton, and it was still too much. Like, listen, I'm happy you guys are happy. What the show has not done is given me enough insight into either of you to be emotionally attached to any of this. Like, I don't care that he's going ring shopping and that he called her dad. And I am an easy crier. It's who I am. So like, if you give me some shit that's emotionally gonna touch me the right way, I'll go ahead and weep. And like, proposals are part of that. And I'm just like, I don't care about this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm mostly just like, what's her dad's shirt talking about? Yeah. That was my main focus.
I'm interested in her. Like, I would love to have learned more about her. I could not give 2 fucks about him. To me, he's just
I
a
don't know anything
faceless,
about him.
interchangeable man. I do not. He looks like a child. He looks like a 28-year-old man in a 14-year-old's body. I don't give a shit about him at all.
I'll tell you, as a longtime bald, I'm not a hair expert. At the end, when he had no product in his hair, I'm like, oh, you look legit 16.
Like a
Like, at least
child.
when his hair is done up, he looks older. I'm like, oh, but this shit just like floppy and flat and dumb looking. You look young as hell.
And Alexa's out here in the other villa with these actual men. Like the one dude with the weirdo plastic smile, he was a huge man. He was a
He was a
man.
behemoth.
Yaman is a man. Hashim is a man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
There's
and then you have
gigantic dudes.
this like prepubescent fucking guy that you're gonna get engaged to.
Yeah, I bet he can't grow a full beard. I bet. And like, this is not to shame. I've got a very good friend whose beard can never connect, and we'll be 40 soon. So like, that's unfortunate for him. But looking at Lino, I'm just like, yeah, I think it's also the way he presents comes off young.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
like, you
true.
don't. I mean, word to Logan Roy, you're not a serious person. Like, Lino does not strike me as serious at all, and Alexa is clearly serious. But whatever. Yeah, he calls her dad. I'm bored as shit. Dad's like, yeah, of course I give you my blessing. Like, what am I gonna say no?
The dad also seems super charming. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would rather just hear from Alexa's dad. Like, I would watch a phone call with Alexa and her dad. I think I'd be entertained by that. The dad seems charming. She's charming and interesting. Like, I'd rather watch them talk.
Yeah, no, I get it. My standard for like, oh, I would watch these two people do something fun is like get an RV and like go coast to coast finding like the world's or America's best barbecue or whatever. Like, I would watch a show of you guys doing that. I would watch you guys, I don't know, can you have some kind of a show where you learn how to do like dirty jobs, but not like gross dirty jobs? Like, oh, I'm gonna be a lumberjack this week. That'd be fun to watch you guys cut a tree down.
Yeah.
But no, instead we get Lino time, which just ruins fucking everything.
Ruins everything.
Yeah, he goes on his date, which is just to buy a ring with some woman we have never seen before.
Also, is her name Nikki? I think I remember.
Her name is Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was one of the ones he kept. And also, I felt bad for her because she probably was just like, I don't care. But also, if you're gonna make this chick stick around for this, can you at least take them somewhere nice? Like, they just stayed at the villa. What a bummer.
They stayed at the villa.
They didn't even get like a good dinner. Like, if they're such besties that she's helping him ring shop, just give her this woman, just give her a nice dinner, like maybe a view from her own hotel room. Like, if it's that cute, they can get them 2 hotel rooms somewhere cool. Like, they have a nice dinner, she gets a nice view from a hotel room, and like, it's great. You know?
See, what I would have done is like, okay, y'all obviously aren't going to touch skin other than like as a hug. That's fine. You guys want to go ring shopping? We will do that at 10 a.m. You can go ring shopping. We have a full spa day for you afterward. And then we're going to like send you to the hotel we would have sent you guys to go fuck in. And you have the room to yourself. And Lino, you have this big empty ass house to yourself to like compose your thoughts on how you're going to propose.
Yeah.
And like what you're going to say. And that would be an ideal setup for me. Instead, it's like, no, y'all just hang out together all day for no fucking reason.
Because even Gio and Alexa get to go somewhere.
Yeah,
they just stay in 2 separate rooms. They have like a nice dinner. They have a nice time on their date. They're hanging out, enjoying their time together, and it's not inappropriate.
No,
he made her chug some wine, which I loved.
Sure. Yeah. No, but again, since we have not seen Nikki all season, I don't even know that they're actual friends. I don't know that she's been on the show. Like, I think she might have shown up to get kept and then came back for this. It's his longtime friend from back home. Like, I don't know who this person is. Oh. So maybe in that case, we've seen Alexa and Giovanni hang out together like all season. So it could be a case of like, we are used to seeing them together. Let's send them away. For it to be like this Nikki lady, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck she is.
Yeah. I just feel bummed for her more than anything.
Same. She got screwed here. She got screwed. She should have gotten more than she got.
Yeah.
I think the show is trying to give us a little bit of suspense here, where Alexa being like, look, if he can't get over being the number 2 like all those years ago, then this is a waste of time, blah blah blah. Like, it's not, you can't try to convince me this is not going to be the love story you want me to cheer for, but I refuse. Sound like the guy. If it was somebody else, if it was somebody charming,
Anybody
somebody
else.
fun, somebody with anything to them would be nice. Somebody I knew something about after 9 episodes of this TV show.
Yeah.
Don't
Also,
know shit about him.
shout out to Giovanni for just being a real trooper, but after being friend zoned by not one but 2 women in the house, he's gone on best friend dates with both Shante and Alexa several times. And Gio, you know,
God, and he looks sad every time it's said.
I know he's probably a nice dude. I don't know. I feel bad.
He's young too. I think he's like what, 23 or 24, some shit.
He's
a young fella. Well, I'm just saying at that age, I don't want to hang out with like a friend who I used to want to hook up with.
No,
like, it's not a thing for me. No,
I'm sure his DMs are full these days though, so that makes me happy.
Probably. I hope so. I hope so for his sake. Put him on the New Jersey Shore and do that, because I'm not watching. I'm not watching them just like hang out together and have fun all the time. That show was only fun because they fought and had sex with like randoms all the time.
Yeah.
So with them not doing that anymore, I don't need to watch their current shenanigans.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, well, let's round things off here.
Round it out.
Right, because all we got left here is Ashley and Grant. And Jesus Christ. It was weird. Go ahead.
He's just such a mopey man when he gets back from that bonfire. And it's just like, why? I don't understand what you're so sad about. You were done with this on day 2.
Yeah, you said she's not going to be a good mother to your daughter. Like, you're out. This is done. He is mopey. And it was weird to me. And I think he was the first that we saw do this. It was weird to me to have to like watch him ask Natalie if she's willing to go on the last date with him. I'm like, dude, like they're a couple. Just dispense with the, well, you know, I've really gotten to like you and I want to spend more time. And I'm just wondering, would you go on this last date with me? Like, yes, you guys were having sex 8 seconds before you guys filmed this. Of course she's going to go on with you.
It's so weird. And she says something to the effect of like, you know, we really haven't spent too much time alone. And like,
that.
What are you saying? You've done, you had sex, you spent alone time in a shower. You were alone in the tent. You've been alone in his room every night. You've been alone on several dates. Literally, what are you saying? All you've done is have alone time with this man. Yeah.
She said, we haven't had the chance to be fully alone. And I guess that means like there's other people on the property
in the peripheral.
They're not walking into his room and like, oh, the only way to get to the fridge is walking through your room. So I have to walk through over and over again. Like, you guys have been alone all the fucking time. You were alone at the villa when he asked you on the date. There was nobody else around.
Alone.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm convinced that she doesn't really like this guy. Like, there's something that she says. She says that she's going to be like sad to leave the island and like sad to leave him. And she's scared she might not ever see him again or whatever. And she has a big ass smile on her face when she says it. And I'm like, she's like, I just, you know, I'm going to miss you. And like, I'm afraid I'm never going to see you again.
Yeah.
That's not selling it at all, man.
Yeah. No, it's not at all. Well, even he's like, she says like, you know, this has just been lighthearted and fun, and this is what we both need. And he goes, well, it's not so lighthearted and fun for me anymore. And she goes, oh.
I thought we were just goofing off. Uh-oh. You're going to say you love me in a minute. I don't like that.
Hold on. Wait a second. No.
Well, and it goes back to the beginning where he was gonna go make out with her, and she's like, "I wouldn't do that if I was you." Like, you don't want to do that. I don't know.
Yeah. And her excuse is basically just like, "Well, I just don't know if I can go there with Tim until I know it's 100% done with Ashley." I'm like, "No, you came on this show to date men that had girlfriends, so you knew what the chances were." So I don't know. She's making me crazy.
It's that, and that is also a convenient roadblock where, like, I know that I can get to the end of this show without him actually closing things down with her. And then while he's doing that, I'll book my own plane ticket so the show can't track me at all and just go back home and he'll never even know my last name. Just ditch this man.
I gotta go.
That'll be a figment.
I gotta be out. Maybe her terrifying friends can protect her.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, she's gonna be like, I got a thing to do at a place and just like leave. Yeah, I just don't buy it. Like their chemistry's never seemed authentic to me.
No.
And maybe it's because she's always smiling and he's always trying to look like James Dean, where he's like, oh, I'm really just sad about everything. And everything is just so heavy for me.
There was even a conversation that the two of them were having that I can't even remember what it was. But at some point, she's speaking to him. It's just so far, all their stuff, I don't know. Anyway, they're talking and it seems to be a serious conversation, and his face, the way the camera zeroes in on his face, and it's very brooding. And all I can think to myself is he's 100% acting this face out and putting this on because he knows the camera is on him right now. And he thinks that this is the type of face that he should have in this moment to elicit reaction and feeling.
I mean, listen, it worked for Ryan on the OC. So sometimes you have to just sit there and seethe and just look like you're sad and bereft, and the camera will make it work for you.
Crooks, it is the year 2025, not the year 2005, and this man is no Ben McKenzie.
No, California. That show is great, and we should do that one of these. We should do a season of that at some point in time, because goddamn, it holds up in a way that is unexpected for me. I didn't think it would. That shit still hits. Julie Cooper Nickel, she was something. Anyway, Ashley and Danny are on their date.
Yes.
And these two, their chemistry does feel more organic.
Yes.
But also Danny is 22 and he looks and acts like a 22-year-old. So I'm like, you don't know what love is.
He's very into her. He's essentially dumping all his feelings out to her again, like he did the night in the tent. He's saying it this time again, but he's saying it again, but this time more intense than the previous time. And she's kind of like, let's pump the brakes on what this all means, my guy.
Listen, kudos to the editors, because they show him like talking about how, you know, he's willing to go as far into this as she is, and he's really in this for the long haul. And like, you know, I really want us to see where this can go and blah, blah, blah. And immediately cut to her in her confessional going, yeah, at the moment I'm ready to leave here alone.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that is fantastic.
Yeah. She's like, I just don't want to jump into the next relationship, which is fair.
Yeah. And when they cut back to the table and she's just like, you never know. Just like, oh God.
Yeah. It was funny to me too, because even leading up to that date when they eliminated the people and she decided to take Danny on the date, I was just like, R.I.P. Logan, man, you really hung in there for absolutely no reason. And then they interview him and he's like, you know, from the outside looking in, somebody might think it's bad blood between me and Danny or malice with Ashley, but there's not. And it's like, no, dude, there is. No. And that's why you're saying this. Like, he's like, I feel like he could be like, from the outside looking in, it might seem like my heart was smashed into a million pieces and I wish nothing for the worst, but for Ashley, but that's not right. That's not true. From the outside looking in, I hope Danny smashes his head open and has to go to the emergency room, is in a coma for a month, but that's not real.
I'm gonna stand up at their wedding. Yeah, I think that he's probably not like bad blood with Danny, but it's more just like, come on, what the fuck, dude? That has to be number one. Because like I have been in a similar position where like me and a good friend of mine both met like the same girl at the same house party, and we're both like, well, hey man, may the best man win. We're both shooting our shot at the same time here, and we'll see what happens. I'm like, oh, God damn it, there he goes with her. So like that doesn't feel good when that happens.
Yeah,
I don't think it's bad blood. I think it's more like I bet on the wrong horse and then stayed with it for way too long.
Way too long.
So yeah, I think he's bummed. But like, yeah, I don't think he's angry. I just think he's like, I fucked up. Like I should have done something. I zigged when I should have zagged.
It was just like the way he detailed it. He's like, you know, you would think, you know, bad blood with Danny, wish no malice towards Ashley, but like, no, that's not real.
No, Yeah, it was very detailed. Only like, no, that's not what I'm thinking
It's
though.
very like Chappelle Show, the Rick James sketch where he's like, I didn't wipe my feet on the white couch. Hell yeah, I wiped my feet on that white couch.
No, listen, I will do a dramatic retelling because it is among my favorite quoted lines of all time. What he said was, now see, there he goes, Charlie Murphy. Like I would just go over my feet on the house and grind my feet into Eddie Murphy's couch like it's a thing to do. Yeah, I remember going over to Eddie Murphy's house and grinding my feet into his couch. I'm just like, it made me laugh so hard the first time I saw it because that pause for a second of him, like, I didn't do that. Yeah, I did it. It's like, it's so great. Oh man, I should watch the Chappelle Show again too. Now we're on it. Yeah, Logan,
wherever you are, feel honored that I just compared you to one of the greatest sketches.
Right. Number one, Logan, ask your parents about it because you're very young. Number two, good luck in whatever European basketball league you're in this season because, like, he's probably doing that and doing great. And like, you're 6'6", you're fine. You're gonna be just fucking fine.
Yeah.
Oh God, did you have any other final thoughts you wanted to?
I mean, well, with them. I did laugh at the thong shot the next morning with Grant and Natalie. I was like, of course, we got that. And also that the night before that he was like, this night will tell me whether I should completely close the door with Ashley. And it's like, my guy, it's slammed, it's locked.
Yeah, it's over.
I mean, it is bolted. It is there's no door to open, bud.
No,
there's no door
it's
to
open. Frame. It's a frame with a knob at this point. That's all you've got.
Fine. She burned it. She burned the whole house and the door.
It's over. It is over. Mine was, there was two things that happened with Breon, and both of them like, what the fuck is wrong with you? One was him saying, man, I realize I'm a dick. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably going to keep on being a dick though.
Yes.
And the second was him saying his closest connection was with Amaya. I'm like, you were inside two other women.
That's right.
How was your closest connection the girl who did not want to go on a date with you yesterday?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because he found out that the producer told her that she had to go on a date with him. I don't really know.
I mean, Jesus Christ, it's that. That's all I've got for it because I can't understand why she would agree to go on this, and I will be puzzled by it to the end of my days.
My only other final thought is when they all did their recaps, like when they all came back together after their respective dates, and it was just the four men sitting together, which their shit was worthless. I don't care about what they had to say. But the women, they basically just agreed that they all trauma bonded over their boyfriends. That was kind of their whole thing. There wasn't much to take away from that other than like nobody else could live the way we've lived because we've just been through all of it. And Tayler highlights like, I really knew we were friends after the second bonfire when my life basically ended because my boyfriend's a toxic piece of shit. And you guys felt sad too. It's like, yeah, okay.
No, I mean, what we need to have to make this show work in the future, because you've seen the previous seasons, I have not. What we need are women with way more confidence than their boyfriends who would love to have sex with multiple different dudes on this trip.
So
like, that's what we need to have.
That's happened in the past.
Yeah, need that, because if it's all the dudes are just horned up and trying to bang, including Lino, who just couldn't get anyone to like him back.
Yeah,
like we need to have women, at least some of the women that are on the same wavelength. It can't be the women that are just like, man, I'm just here to like get to know myself and really kind of grow. And the men are just like, hey, I walked in the house, my pants fell off. What do I do about that?
Yeah, the second season of the reboot, so like 3 seasons ago of the current iteration, there was a woman who had sex on either the first or second night. I can't remember. And then that relationship went horribly sideways too. Like the guy was just a piece of shit because the guy just wanted to come in and bang people. And so basically after she and him banged, he was like, I'm good, on to the next. So that was its own controversy throughout the season, which was fun. So it's happened. It's definitely happened.
I need some of it. I don't need it to be all the women, but if it's all the men, it needs to be at least one of the women.
I mean, it's generally all the men all the time, but yeah, it's happened with the women.
Well, I wish it happened this season. Instead, we got Shante, You Can't Stop Crying.
I know.
Y'all, that is the show. If you like us, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, and tell your friends to help us grow the show. If you didn't like us, give us a 5-star rating anyway and lie to your friends. You can also follow us on Instagram and Threads at Mass Virgin. Join our Facebook group, Mass Virgin Fan Club. We'll get these jokes off all week. Also, go over to our YouTube channel and smash that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.